Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby, TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 6 such specimens to open. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. We're going to have some TTM fun on the worldwide YouTube Video Storage Network. Alrighty. Let's see what we got first up to us, coming to us from West Palm Beach, Florida. Let's see what we got coming to us from West Palm Beach, Florida. And this is very nice. We've got our note back. It's like a question answer from Mr. Tom McCraw. Tom McCraw. Thank you, sir. He is, what is he, 80? 81 years old, signing this 1967 Topps card. Tom was kind of Frank Robinson's poodle. Whenever Frank would get a manager's job, he would go hire Tom McCraw to be his hitting coach. He's followed him around from team to team for like 20 plus years. Although his own hitting record was not that good, a lifetime 246 hitter with 75 career home runs in 13 years. But old Tom McCraw, we thank you, sir, for signing this 1967 Topps card and providing decades of valuable companionship to Frank Robinson. Thank you, sir. Now, let me see if Tommy answered my questions. Who is the toughest pitcher you ever faced? Here's an unusual answer. Steve Hamilton. Do you still follow baseball? Any current players you like? Juan Soto. Very nice. All right, thank you, Mr. McCraw. We appreciate that. He's a Juan Soto fan. All right, what do we got here next? It's coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's see what we got coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. Indiana wants me, but I can't go back. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is going to be tough to top this. Rick Mount. Oh, man, oh, man. That is a true Indiana schoolboy legend. The first high school athlete ever to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He started old Lebanon High there in Indiana, and then he had an All-American career at Purdue. His first game for Purdue, he went up against Lou Alcindor and the number 1 UCLA Bruins. He scored 28 points and nearly pulled off the upset. They lost in the last second. In his junior year, he'd carry Purdue back into the NCAA championship title game, but once again they had to go against UCLA. Came up a little bit short. In that tournament year, he averaged 40 points a game. In his senior year, he had a 52-point and a 61-point game. Fantastic high school and college basketball player. Not quite as prolific in the ABA, but he did help lead the Pacers to the ABA title in 1972, averaging 14 points a game. Rick Mount. That is a true Indiana schoolboy legend. Just a great high school and college basketball player. Thank you, sir. 75 years old, signing the 71-72 Topps rookie card. Rick Mount. Look at those scoring averages he had at Purdue. Fantastic. Rick Mount. Thank you, sir. That's going to be about as good as one as you can get. All right, what do we got next? We got excuse me, Oakland, California. What do we got coming to us from Oakland, California? Oh, that is a nice one. Eddie Brassard. Eddie is 90 years old. He signed his 66 Topps card. Eddie started out with the Giants, and then he was the old Houston Colt 45's first pick in the 61 expansion draft, but then they immediately traded him to the Red Sox, where he had his best years. He had a 20-homer season in 63 and was an all-star in 64. Eddie was actually one of the better hitting shortstops of that era. Eddie Brassard, 90 years old. Thank you, sir, for signing the 66 Topps card. That's a beauty. Yeah, see there. Eddie led all shortstops and homers in 1963. 90 years old. Eddie Brassard, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Well, what do we got here next? This one's coming to us from Phony X, Arizona. Phony X, Arizona. I'm going to get this out of the envelope. Oh, John Morris. Old John Morris. He got his ballpoint pen out and he signed there right under the little pilots. John Morris. I'm not going to candy coat this one. There's not much you can say about John Morris. He was a true journeyman relief pitcher. Pitched for 4 or 5 teams in an 8-year career in the late 60s and early 70s. He had 11 career wins in 8 seasons. Like I said, not much you can say about old John Morris. 80 years old. Looks like he's got a birthday coming up in a few days. Thank you, sir, for signing your 1969 Topps card. John Morris. All right, what do we got here next? North Texas. What we got from old North Texas? Oh, got 2 back from Bobby Witt. Got Bobby Witt pitched 16 years in the big leagues. He won 142 games and lost even more. Great fastball, but he always had control issues, which prevented him from being an elite pitcher. He led the league in walks 3 times and wild pitches 2 times. And of course now, for the rest of his life, he's going to be known as Bobby Witt Jr.'s dad. Bobby Witt, thank you, sir, for signing these cards. We got a 1992 Donruss and a 1991 Leaf. Bobby Witt, the father of Bobby Witt Jr. Thank you, sir, for signing these 2 cards. Appreciate it. All right, we got one more to go. From South Suburban, Illinois. What do we got coming from South Suburban, Illinois? Oh, look at that. Tony La Russa putting his little signature on this manager's card. This is a 93 Topps? What year Topps is that? Yeah, 93 Topps manager's card. I don't know if I should send this. I've never really seen any Jim Leyland autographs. If anybody knows that Jim Leyland's worth the risk sending this card out to, put a comment for me down there. But Tony La Russa, what can you say about this guy? In the post-Billy Martin, Dick Williams, Earl Weaver era, He's probably about as good a manager as there is. 33 years managing, 3 world titles, 6 pennants, 13 division championships. Now, I know he's taken a lot of abuse this year for his supposed senior moments with his kind of unusual intentional walks, maybe taking a few naps there in the dugout. But I'll tell you what, I'll take a sleeping Tony La Russa over a wide-awake A.J. Hinch any day of the week. You got this A.J. Hinch character who's supposed to be some great new wave manager. He can't even keep the same lineup 2 days in a row. Panics every other day, yo-yos players in and out of the lineup. Never could see talent in guys like Isaac Paradis and doing the same right now with Roger Clemens' kid. I'll take Tony La Russa over one of these new wave managers like Hinch. And I'll bet when all is said and done, Tony's going to have the White Sox back in the playoffs this year. What do you think? Tony La Russa, thank you, sir. What is Tony, 77, 78 years old? Signing this beautiful 93 Topps Managers card. Like I said, if anybody knows if Jim Leland signs or put a comment in there. Otherwise, I may just have to have old Tony's signature on that. They'll have to suffice, I guess. Well, that's it. That's our return video. We've been on vacation down in New Orleans for a while. Now we're back. Glad to get some TTMs. We're going to have a few more for you coming up.